Hello everyone, here in this video we are going to derive a relation for one dimension steady state heat conduction through a hollow cylinder. So let us consider the heat conduction equation through hollow cylinder in a Cartesian coordinate. So this is the equation which we are going to consider the one dimension steady state heat conduction through hollow cylinder in Cartesian coordinate. So here we are assuming three conditions. Unidirection means other directions are equal to 0, that is theta and z is equal to 0. Steady state delta t by delta t equal to 0, and without heat generation q bar is equal to 0. So we have this relation. So again we can see we have d by dr and dt by dr, so we need to integrate it twice. Integrate equation 1 we get with respect to what we are going to integrate, with respect to r. R is the radius. So in a first, what we are going to do, directly going for integration, first of all we will transfer it r to this side. So we have a relation that d by dr in bracket r dt by dr is equal to 0, and now we are going to integrate it. So it is a modification done in equation number 1. So now after integrating we have r dt by dr is equal to c1, because integration, the first integration and this d by dr will get cancelled out. So we have r dt by dr equal to c1. Now let us transfer this r to this side. So we have dt by dr equal to c1 by r. Okay. Now again integrate. You can assume this to be as a second equation, and you can see it as a slope. dt by dr is nothing but a slope, okay, or a temperature gradient. So integrating we have, again we need to integrate, the equation number 2 we have with respect to r, we have dt by dr will become t will be equal to c1 by r, we will have c1 ln of r plus c2. So this I will mark equation number 3. Okay, this I will mark equation number 3. So what will be the next step? Next step is a similar way of a previous derivation. We are going to have a boundary conditions. Before boundary condition, let us draw a diagram of a hollow cylinder. So consider a cylinder having the inner radius of r1, outer radius of r2, inner temperature of T1, outer temperature of T2. Let T1 is greater than T2. Let K be the thermal conductivity of the material, hollow cylinder material. So as we have from third equation, we have dt by dr equal to c1. This was our second equation, and final equation, the temperature T equal to c1 ln of r plus c2. So this was our third equation. Now let us consider the boundary conditions. So what are the boundary conditions in this case? In this case, at r equal to r1, t equal to t1, this will be the first boundary condition. You can clearly see when r equal to r1, t will be equal to t1. R is what? R is the radius. R1 is what? R1 is the inner radius. T will be equal to t1. Capital T represents a temperature. Second boundary conditions, at r equal to r2, t equal to t2. Okay? So at r equal to r2, t equal to t2. Now after getting this boundary condition, what we are going to do? Putting boundary conditions condition in equation number 3. So we have t equal to C1 ln of R1 plus C2. This will be fourth equation. And second boundary condition, t equal to C1 ln of R2 plus C2. So I will get two equations as we have two boundary conditions. So this first boundary condition is put in third equation. You will get fourth equation. Second boundary condition again is put in third equation. You will get fifth equation. Okay? So you have fourth and fifth equation. Now what is your duty? Your duty is to subtract, and also this will be T1, this will be T2, as R1 R will be equal to R1, T equal to T1, so it will become T1. As R equal to R2, T will be equal to T2. So subtract equation 5 from equation 4. We have T1 minus T2 will be equal to C1 ln of R1 minus C1 ln of R2 plus C2 minus C2. So C2 minus C2 will be 0. C1 will be taken common, and ln of R1 by R2. Okay? So we are going to have ln of R1 minus ln of R2 in a bracket. So that is nothing but your ln of R1 by R2. Okay? So here you are going to have T1 minus T2. So therefore C1 will be equal to T1 minus T2 divided by ln of R1 minus R1 by R2. Okay? The same thing what we can do, we can take a negative sign common. Okay? So we have T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R1 by R2. Okay? Why we are doing it? Let's understand. C1 equal to minus, I am writing it again, T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R1 by R2. Now if I want to take this negative side in a denominator, what is going to happen? C1 will be equal to T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1. Okay? So this will be your value of C1. I will mark it with the equation number 6. Okay? How to find the value of C2? Just put the value of C1 in equation number 1 or 2. So you will get a value of C2. So putting value of C1 in equation in equation number 4, we have what do we have? T1 equal to C1 ln of R1 plus R2. This is the R1 plus C2. This is the equation. So therefore C2 will be equal to T1 minus C1 ln of R1. Putting the value of C1 from this equation, what do we have? T1 minus T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1. Here it will become ln of R1. So this will be your value of C2. Okay? This will be your value of C2. Now you know the value of C1 and C2. What we are going to do? We are going to put in a temperature profile equation. Temperature profile. So T is equal to C1 ln of R plus C2. This was the temperature profile. So putting the value of C1 and C2, what do you have? The value of C1 will become T1 minus T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1 ln of R plus C2 value, that is T1 minus T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1 into ln of R1, ठीक है, into ln of R1. So this will be your temperature profile, ठीक है. Now applying Fourier law, what we have, Fourier says Q equal to minus Ka dt by dr. Now we need to put the value of dt by dr. Now we have said dt by dr is equal to, but dt by dr is equal to C1, and C1 is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1, ठीक है. So we are going to have Q equal to minus Ka T2 minus T1 divided by ln of R2 by R1, ठीक है. Taking negative side inside, so we have Ka T1 minus T2 divided by ln of R2 by R1, ठीक है, divided by R2 by R1. Now let us proceed further. Q equal to Ka T1 minus T2 upon ln of R2 by R1, ठीक है. Now here what we are going to have, we are going to put the value of area, ठीक है, in terms of R, but area is equal to 2 pi r l, ठीक है. So we have K 2 pi r l T1 minus T2 divided by ln of R2 by R1, ठीक है. Also we have seen dt by dr is not only C1, it will be C1 by R, ठीक है. dt by dr it will be C1 by R. So here also it will be C1 by R, ठीक है. Therefore it will be multiplied by 1 by R. It will be multiplied by 1 by R. Here also it will be multiplied by 1 by R, ठीक है. Therefore this R will get cancelled. So you have Q equal to 2 pi Lk T1 minus T2 divided by ln of R2 by R1. So this is the same relation which we have derived from the Fourier law for a hollow cylinder, ठीक है. But it has been derived right now with the help of hollow cylinder, heat conduction through hollow cylinder by using a Cartesian coordinate, by using a cylindrical, not Cartesian coordinate, cylindrical coordinate.